On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Memphis ready to kick it off and get things started. Fair catch called for and made. First down for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Smashes through. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this team tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last week.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's right on target. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
No first down. That's fine. We got the completion. We had a successful play. And it sets up now a 4th down situation where, yes, I'm going for it.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Into double coverage, and he picked it off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Line gets set, 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Open space at the 25. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. They'll put the tight end in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. At the 45 on his way. Running toward the tape. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Easy. Quarterback on the keeper. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone.
2-9 Philly.
Give to the running back. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Great timing by the defense there. Obviously, the offense has the ball in the red zone, and you're trying to create a negative play to back them up. They do that with the sack, and if they're now going to try a field goal, it's going to be a little more work for the kicker.
This could turn out to be a huge penalty. Thought they were going to have to settle for 3, and now the offense back on the field with a chance for more. And the Tigers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. Getting some heat. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter.
No gain on the play. That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And we'll start the second quarter as they try to hang up a 3 spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to find his man on first down. Feeling some heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He's going to pass. Fires one high and deep. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dylan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the handoff. At the 20, he's got space. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run. The OC's going to give him the ball some more.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Coming after it. Finds his big tight end. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. He's going to run it. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let him throw the football. Make him throw it underneath.
He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. And they scoop it up. Flying out to the left. The 30. At the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Number 9 with the return.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Tulane 7, Memphis 3.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Oh, how did he make that move? And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Running through contact. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to pound their way in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs. I look for this offense to continue the physicality and hand that man the ball again.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
This defense trying to stand tall on 4th and goal from the 2. Now on the option. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Tulane.
How nice is it on offense to have a quarterback with that kind of athleticism? Your playbook is so much more open when you get 4th and goal situations just like that. You could call a pass play, and if it's not open, he can get you out of trouble with his legs. Nice job running that one in for a TD.
The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Offense set on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Henry. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Memphis wants to move quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Using the quick game.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them by creating the explosive play.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, biggest game of the week and maybe the season. The top 2 teams in football, here's how it ended. Virginia delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Charlottesville. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the ACC. 1 versus 2, some were calling it the game of the century. Let's wait to jump to conclusions at least until the new poll comes out this week, men.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket, obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He can throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Third down play from the gun. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. when he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. Going for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Going up top on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the ground, it's Hughes. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Green Wave. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw on first down. They're bringing heat. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second. and they'll bring it to the 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Working that left side. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Beautiful job by the wide receiver because he knew where the first down sticks were and he adjusted his route accordingly.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Throws to the tight end. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
And it works out perfectly. The reason they called that 2-point conversion was to get to within 3. This is a game going down to the wire, but you'll love the gutsy call by the offense there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Got a man. It's Hughes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, they're throwing this one to the running back out on the perimeter of the field. They didn't get it to him quick enough, though, so he literally had to tap dance there on the sidelines, make sure he was in bounds when he caught it, and just pick up a few yards.
Here comes the option. Now the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Give him 105 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Number 12.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
They're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the move, he fires. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people will do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to the run. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Finds the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, they come up with a huge play. They're going to be down in the red zone now, and I think, David, the mentality changes a little bit for a defense, right, playing at this position of the field?
Yeah, the field shrinks. Now it becomes a little bit easier to play, more man coverage, down in that red area. But giving up the big pass play, it's a backbreaker. You want to make them earn it down the field, not give up these big plays. But the QB saw it right away, and really good job of executing and making the big play.
They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smith. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And this 17-yard line brings up second down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Might be looking to run. Going for 6. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing, for this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. Wide out in motion. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give to the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? And that's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but his defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick pass on the jet motion. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Tulane 28, Memphis 25.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Extending the play. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And this one splits the uprights. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UCLA is on top, but it's not like Troy Aikman or Gary Beeben are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 11 over San Diego State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
26 brings up second down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give from the gun. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Memphis picking up the tempo. On 3rd down, going up top. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big 3rd down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual out there.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the 1st. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
On target. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
18-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Bought a little time. Lets it go. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Direct snap. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Brings up second and goal.
Now it's 2nd and goal.
Black 24. Black 24. Lasso. Last time.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Memphis.
Mano y mano, the offensive line gets it done, driving the defense back, creating an easy lane for that running back.
And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Looking for room. It's Hughes. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Already in a great spot to kick a field goal. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown would be even better. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. And that one will go in reverse. The defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that's a great stop by this defense. 2nd down and goal. Getting the lost yardage play. Now putting your defense in a better position for 3rd down.
It's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. Touchdown, Tulane. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Just couldn't nudge it across for the 2-point conversion. They had hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the 4th. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. So can the defense get one more stop, one more time, and hold on to this lead? Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's going up top here late in the game. Snatches it on the right. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's caught inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, and not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it. Okay, wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Second and goal for this offense. Trying to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow over there on the other sideline. Touchdown, Tiger! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And they'll try to tack on 2. He'll set up to throw. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. The offense lining up for a first down play. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.